Well, this will be the most unedited, raw version of this video that I ever do, but while I'm on vacation, I still want to get you guys those numbers, so let's check them out. My name is Christopher McGee. As you can now see, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate. I'm affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City. Today is July 17th, 2023, and this is the numbers and the nuance. And I wanted to start putting that word nuance into the title because I'm not just spitting numbers at you. I'm going over these numbers that I pull right off the MLS and give you the raw data, and then I give you the nuance, the interpretation that I have as an expert and professional in the field to what those numbers mean. So let's check these numbers out. I don't know how well you can hear the guy in the room next to me tuning a piano, and I apologize for being relatively backlit. That's just a better view than the inside of this room that I reserved to do this video for. So don't forget, if you want a better explanation, a better breakdown of what all these numbers mean individually and what it would look like if things were stacked all for buyers or all for sellers, you can watch my real estate numbers explained video. And for now, let's just quickly go through these numbers. First is our inventory. The number of homes actively on our market right now comes to 8,295. That's up a little over 200 from the previous week, and it is still trending up, and we love to see it. Our second number is the average days on market. It's a measure of how long it takes, how many days on average a home sits on the market before it accepts a contract, before it accepts an offer and goes under contract. That number is 40, and that's right. It's two less than the week prior, but it's right about where it's been for almost 2 months now. It was coming down from certainly from the beginning of the first quarter, kept coming down into the second quarter, but it's really hovered around 40 for a couple of months. Our third number is the difference between average list price and average sold price. So of course we need to know what those numbers are. Average list price through last week was $633,191. Average sold price was $626,668. And that brings the difference between those two numbers to $6,523, still in the buyer's favor. So on average, as of last week, buyers were able to buy their homes at about $6K less than what homes were asking. That number is a little bit further away from zero, no difference between asking price and sold price, than it was the previous week by about $1,000, but it has been trending closer to no difference between those two numbers throughout this last second quarter. The number of homes that were sold last week came to 541. That's up from the previous week, trending right where it's been trending. Right about at 540 was the average throughout all of the second quarter, which we're just on the other side of it, barely into the third quarter here. Our fifth number we look at is the number of homes that are currently under contract. And this number as of now is 4,961. And so that's lower from the previous week by about 100. And that's the first time we've had less than 5,000 homes under contract at any given time. Well, let me look. Certainly throughout last quarter, we were as low as 4,031 on the 9th of January this year. So it's come up dramatically since then, and this week is the first time that it's gone under 5,000 for many a month. Okay, the number of price reductions last week came to 967. That is higher than the previous week by about 160. And that is trending up, and it has been trending up throughout the second quarter and into this quarter. It continues to trend up. And this last number is the number of homes, the number of listings, I should say, that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn from the MLS. That number came to 299. It is up about 70 from the previous week, but it's been flat, stable, right around 250 to 300 homes or listings per week that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn. My take for the numbers this week is basically what it's been for the last couple of months, and some of the numbers that have been going up continue to go up this week. Some of the numbers that have been going down continue to go down. Nothing's really different in terms of trends. So you could almost just go back to my last video and watch what I had to say about my interpretation of the numbers then, and my message would really be the same, which comes to buyers in this market Just please don't see an increase, a steady increase of inventory, and think that that means this is a buyer's market. A steadily increasing inventory is in the buyer's favor, and that's why this isn't a complete seller's market, but we are still in seller's market territory for how much inventory we have. And we're still in seller's market territory for how long it takes homes to be sold. And we're still in seller's market territory for how many homes are consistently sold throughout the week. And we're still in seller's market territory when we look at how confident sellers are, as reflected by how many listings per week are either canceled, expired, or withdrawn. The numbers don't really bear out a story of this being a buyer's market. And I think if you're a buyer in this market, you know that, but you might hit it from a different angle. If you're a buyer in this market, you know it's not easy to break into buying a home if you're a first-time home buyer, because we got to acknowledge the fact that interest rates are up and that the home prices are pretty inflated here, particularly as you compare it to a lot of other places in the United States. Not as inflated as Hawaii, not as inflated as Austin, Texas, not as inflated as New York, not as inflated as a lot of big cities in California. This has been a place where a lot of people want to move to for decades. And so as population growth increases, it is what it is, home prices go up. And as we struggle to get inventory to meet that demand, home prices go up. And when that really hit hardest was right through the pandemic. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Go Dodgers. Sorry about the lighting and the relatively low quality video that I've made today, but I wanted to get you the information as I always will. Next week, I'll be in a brand new office because my office moved from where they were in Sugar House. They're just moving like 10 blocks south to a new office for us in the Brickyard area. So it'll be cool to see what my office looks like. I know where it is, but it wasn't finished last time I looked at it. The move is happening while I'm on a family vacation here. If you or anybody you know is looking or thinking about moving, either buying or selling a home in Utah in the coming months or this year, I hope you'll feel free to reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to answer all your questions. Meanwhile, feel free to stay as updated on our Utah housing market as I am, looking at these numbers every week. All right, I'll see you guys next week.